This is the story of the Good Shepherd, a parable told by Jesus, rich in meaning yet simple in expression. Pause for a moment as we explore how this tale captures the essence of love, sacrifice, and redemption. This story begins as Jesus addresses a crowd in the fields of ancient Israel. The sun casts golden rays upon the earth, and the people gather closer, eager to listen to the words of the rabbi from Galilee. Jesus begins, spreading his arms, framing the panorama of a hillside dotted with sheep. "I am the Good Shepherd," he speaks, his voice steady, drawing everyone's attention. The Good Shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The people knew shepherds. They watched rugged individuals guiding flocks across the challenging terrain of Judea's hillsides. Shepherds were devoted, protective, tireless. Yet Jesus' claim astonished them. He was no ordinary shepherd. What was he trying to say? Jesus continued, "A hired hand, who is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming and abandons the sheep, allowing them to scatter. The wolf snatches and ruins them. But I am different. I know my sheep and my sheep know me. As the Father knows me, I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep." Imagine for a moment the life of a shepherd. Every night is spent on guard, protecting the sheep from wild predators. Every day is consumed with leading them to safe pastures and refreshing water. Sheep, prone to wandering off, are entirely dependent on their shepherd's guidance. But more than just tending, a shepherd's bond with his sheep is personal. He knows each by name. When one strays, he notices. Can you see him, scouring rocky ravines, calling out the lost sheep's name? When he finds it, weak and tired, the shepherd doesn't scold. It gently lifts the sheep onto his shoulders, rejoicing as he carries it back to safety. In his parable, Jesus painted a picture of himself doing exactly this for humanity. He is the ultimate shepherd, relentless in pursuit, unwavering in love. But this parable takes an even graver turn. Jesus speaks of laying his life down for his sheep. No ordinary shepherd would do such a thing against a ferocious pack of wolves, yet this is what Jesus was predicting, not just a metaphorical act, but a literal one. He foresaw the sacrifice of the cross. The people listening may not have fully understood then, but Jesus was telling them he would willingly give up his life to rescue his flock, us. By his death, he broke the chains of spiritual peril, and his resurrection opened the gates to eternal pastures. What's most staggering? He did it knowing the sheep often stray. We, the flock, are so prone to wander, driven by our wants, confused by the world. Yet the shepherd seeks us out tirelessly. He calls us each by name in a way no hired hand ever could. Pause for a moment and imagine. When the wolves close in, he steps forward, shielding us, enduring the attack. That's the depth of the Good Shepherd's love. So here's what Jesus left the crowd with, and leaves us too. Just as sheep listen to their shepherd's voice, we are invited to recognize his voice. He calls gently through his word, through the quiet promptings of our hearts. Will we listen? Will we follow? Each step we take toward him leads us to green pastures, a life full of purpose, joy, and eternal safety. As the parable ends and the sun starts to set, the crowd reflects on the words of the man who claimed to be more than just a guide, but a savior. Can you hear him calling your name now? This is the story of the Good Shepherd, Jesus Christ, who gave everything for his sheep. #Bible, #Jesus, #God, #Jews, #Christian, #Christianity, #faith.